It's customizing it for your customers.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the HighLevel Spotlight Sessions, where we showcase awesome marketers doing awesome marketing. Today, I have a repeat guest. I'm joined by Tom Bristol. He is the CEO of Bristol Marketing Group and the founder of the Marketers Toolkit, which, if you haven't heard by now, is an incredible resource to customize, add on, advance the HighLevel platform, I would say. So, Tom, thanks for coming back on.
Yeah, thank you. I have a lot to go over today. I was just lifting them out, and it's just, I don't think we're going to be able to go over them all.
Yeah, well, when you reached out and you said you've got new stuff, I said, let's do this. Let's hop on right now. Even though I've got a giant Rudolph-sized zit on my nose, Tom, that's how much I love you. I said, we're doing it anyway, so let's go. All right, Tom, if you're wondering more about Tom, we're not going to go through his bio story because we already did that. There's a previous video that you guys can go look up. We're going to hop right into it. Let's talk about what's new in the Marketers Toolkit.
Sure. So the key thing about, I want to talk about SaaS mode and GHL for a sec.
All right.
Bridge over to what the toolkit is. So I've been thinking about this, and I got into marketing, I don't know, in the early 2000s. And at that time, I feel like we've gone through like 3 or 4 different major changes and opportunities for entrepreneurs. And I feel like HighLevel is sort of on the wave, like at the crest of a golden opportunity for entrepreneurs and marketers right now. And so my stages that I've sort of been thinking about is like, we first started out with web SEO, right? So like started out in early 2000s, and like the amazing opportunity was all the small businesses didn't know how to create a website. And if you could show them how to create a website, you were gold and you could make money and grow an agency and everything like that. Now, websites are easy to build. HighLevel, you can just build them in HighLevel, right? Then it was mobile friendly, right? Let's get everybody over mobile friendly and social media and all that sort of stuff. And I feel like the new phase that we're in now is, how do you take advantage of all of these messaging channels that are opening up? And the thing that businesses do not know how to do, they know how to put their websites up there. They even know a little bit about how to like put their SEO on there, and even Google Ads. Like all the advertising platforms are making it easy to do this. So they think they know everything like that. But the thing they don't know how to do is handle their messaging and marketing messaging automation. And that is where I think the new golden opportunity with HighLevel is, because it lets you as a marketer and a semi-tech savvy, you don't have to be a programmer, but you just have to be a little bit tech savvy, more than the local business. It lets you sell this software, open things up, and actually create sticky revenue based off of the fact that you can confront and figure out this messaging channel system and help them with a little bit of marketing automation. And now you're gold. And anyway, so that I think is like the amazing entrepreneur opportunity that HighLevel really takes advantage of. And that's where the toolkit comes in a second as well. So,
well, I'm glad that you went through that, because I'm glad the message is resonating. We feel the same way, obviously. I was working with helping a restaurant friend the other day and connected Google My Business. GMB chat started coming right in, which was amazing. And then I saw that they had Facebook messages coming in as well. And I was like, are you getting messages from the Facebook app and from the HighLevel mobile app? Yeah. And I'm like, do you want me to just turn them off on Facebook so you can just manage them all in one place? Oh, that would be awesome. There you go, right? It's like,
yeah,
you're putting them all in one place. You're reducing chaos. You're increasing new leads from new places. And to me, it's just, like you said, it's a golden opportunity. I just put a presentation the other day. It's like you're sitting on a golden ticket. Like this is, it's really just a suite of software that you can just give to somebody and just collect the recurring utility bill. So we're really excited. But let's talk about what's new in the toolkit, right? So if you go watch the previous video, you'll see a bunch of cool stuff that's in there that we already talked about. Tom he's got like templates and makes it really easy to customize the look of your HighLevel dashboard, all sorts of cool stuff. But now we're going to talk about a few new things. So which one are we talking about first, Tom?
Okay, so going on to that, first I'm going to talk about the two-way chat. It's not quite ready for prime time, but it goes along with this whole messaging thing that we were just talking about. So I'm going to share my screen and show this to you. So first off, we have a real two-way chat that's coming out. And what it's going to allow you to do is actually have a two-way messaging on a website like so. And so I just got alerted we're having problems. I was so excited to show this, and we were in beta, like, okay, let's do it. And then it died and my programmer just went to sleep. So
famous Microsoft, demo, but no worries. I think what's important here, let's talk about this for a second, because can you open the bubble again?
Yes, for sure.
So this is like been or go back to the previous step. This is like been a hot topic for years now. I feel like, where it's like, why doesn't the HighLevel chat widget do real chat? And our stance internally is that, like, because 99% of websites, well, it's probably not that high. The majority of websites that have live chat, you open it up and there's no one on the other end. And that's a really frustrating experience. And we were like, let's build a chat that goes straight to SMS so that the person can walk away from their computer, but you still have the conversation going. And we believe that's true. But this is why I love HighLevel. We open it up so that people like Tom can go build real live chat if that's what people want, and you're working with businesses that do have someone on the other end ready to respond. I still think that's like the crux of it. But here we go, and this is what we're looking at here. So it's like the traditional HighLevel part is down below, right? Like if they want to put in their email or their phone, it'll open up those conversations. But if you want to do true, like traditional true web chat, that's what this is going to do. So what do you think? You're going to have this hammered out in a couple of weeks? It looks like you're pretty much there.
We're pretty close, actually. We're looking at starting some beta testing in a couple of weeks. My messaging channel on Facebook is filled with people saying, I want to be part of the beta test already. But the other cool thing is that, like you said, if someone's on the other line, that's what we want. But I've been talking to Quentin, and we actually are going to have it set up so that you can, I put the settings up here, so that you can have AI reply with your chat. So we have a webhook down here that you can have AI or even a campaign follow up with. So you could use workflows to reply and all sorts of cool stuff. So
that's cool. Very cool.
Yeah, indeed. And I just, we'll get there. We'll get there. It's a lot of work though.
Well, it looks like you're close. And the one thing that I do love about traditional web chat is it's free, right? You're not paying for SMSs. So if you do have a business with a staff member who's going to reply in a timely manner, I think it makes a lot of sense. And that's really cool that you can tack on AI on there. So it's like frequently asked questions. If it's a restaurant, they get asked about gluten-free pretty much every day.
Yeah.
Just have a canned reply that it can spit back and you're good to go.
Yeah, you got it. You got it for sure.
All right, cool. So what's next on the list, Tom?
Okay, next on the list is the quick editor. So the quick editor is a Chrome extension that I'll just show it to you in the store here.
Oh, this was cool. And I didn't get it at first, but like, why don't you start by tell us about the pain point that this solves for.
So the pain point here, and here's an example of a pain point. So here I have a website that's running a lifetime deal for Facebook Messenger CRM. And the problem that I have is, okay, so I'm pretty sure that this is in the Toolkit funnel. I'm pretty sure it's over there. But I'm not sure, sorry, the Toolkit account, but I'm not sure which funnel it's in, because I've got 10 different funnels that I've been playing with. And I don't know which page inside the funnel it has to do with. So let me just see here. So if I go to my funnels, all right, so I've got all these things here. So which one is it? I think it's this one, just because I know I've been working on it lately. And then I have to go, sometimes I'll have several versions of this, of a page that I'm A/B testing, or like maybe I'm just playing with something. Which one was the one that was
Yeah, which version is the one that I actually published? Yeah, gotcha.
Get the idea.
Okay.
So with this quick editor, it now gives you a quick link to go straight to the funnel builder and start editing it inside of your white label. That's an important point. So not anybody, but you could have it go straight and open up in app.go HighLevel. But then you ruin your white label status immediately. You can't give this to your people, all that sort of stuff. So what is so cool about this is the license that you get either when you buy the quick editor extension with us or you are a full Toolkit member, because you get that as part of it. That license is unlimited clients or unlimited users, all locked to your white label. So you send them to this sort of vanilla thing like your lead connector. You just go quick editor, add it to your thing, and here's your license key. There's no mention of HighLevel or anything. It's a quick editor. And you put that license key in, and now it automatically connects up to your HighLevel instance. And the other cool thing is that, 75% of the time, if we can figure out which white label owns the page. So in this case, I know that my white label owns this page, right? It's a CRM.reputation activator. If we saw that it was owned by someone else, it wouldn't pop up and it wouldn't tell you that it was editable.
Interesting. That's cool.
So
the other cool thing that I just realized is that QR code will just open the page on your phone, that's huge for me because every time you edit a page, you're like, all right, now I got to copy it and Slack it to myself, open Slack, click the link, and then Chrome. I don't know if you have an iPhone. It does that thing now where it's when it copies a link from your browser, it does 100 of these little
the paste. Yeah, so
what is the worst UI UX experience of all time? So that's cool. So you just point your phone and it pops right up on your your phone browser. That's perfect.
Then
I love that.
You can just preview it on your phone and test it out.
So, that's smart. I like that.
Yeah, so that's quick editor. That's the cool thing about that. So I'm going to cross that one off here.
Cool. Yeah, that's a big time saver, especially if you're working across a ton of client accounts. Like you said, you got to bounce into the account, remember which funnel, remember which page, remember which version. It just takes you straight there. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and more importantly for your clients, because you give this to a non-tech savvy person and they want to just edit their page, they don't know where to go. Right? They don't know how to get there, but if they can click a button, it then goes straight and I just wanted to change that word, right?
Yeah.
So that's
pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, Tom. So what's next on the list? We're talking about your new customizer.
Yes. So here's the customizer. And so the way it works is you copy this. Okay. So the customizer lets you make all sorts of changes and adds features to HighLevel. And there's little pain points that people get and have with HighLevel, and everybody wants to customize HighLevel and make it their own, which I think is incredibly important. And also
growing need. I hit people all the time. I need to differentiate my version. It can't look the same as everybody else's.
Yeah, but more importantly, I think it's not just hiding HighLevel, right? Hiding HighLevel is one thing, but that gets into a different mindset. That's just not a productive mindset at all. It's customizing it for your customers, because even if you tell them it's HighLevel, if you've customized it so that it's adapted to their niche and their use case, they still don't. That's the important thing. So the way it works is you copy this JavaScript and you paste that into your agency settings one time. And now whenever you make a change in here, hit publish, it automatically synchronizes and updates your settings on HighLevel itself. So briefly, because I could spend all day talking about the customizer, what this lets you do is it lets you manage custom menu items, which of course you can do with HighLevel natively now, but you can have menu folders and you can hide and move settings.
Yeah, I was going to say, so you move settings from the left menu and you put it up there in the drop-down menu. Cool.
Exactly. And we also enabled this thing where we've got the message notification up there. And excuse me, and you change the title tag up there, up, down here, you've got an indicator of unread messages.
Okay, that's cool. So instead of just the dot indicating there are unread messages, it's actually showing you a quantity. Got it.
You got it, exactly. And we have all sorts of cool features. So we rearranged this whole area like so, and you've got like a bigger area where you can write messages. And this got sort of messed up a little bit from my chat embed, or the two-way chat. And that's actually messing with this a little bit at the moment because we're testing it still. But let's take a look at it over here. So yeah, so the stuff that you can do is incredible. And we have all of these features. And basically, whenever I personally run into something that bugs me about HighLevel, or I go, okay, wait, no, can't we just do this? I take about an hour to 2 hours and I write something that fixes it. And what's great with the customizer is that I can then push it out to everybody and they can just turn on that script with one click.
Nice.
So that's what's, it's like, I'm so happy with the way this works for everybody, including myself. Like this lets you rename all the menu items, hide menu items. This lets you hijack the check-in button, all sorts of.
That's a big need. People always want to customize the big check-in button.
Yeah, exactly. And then what's going to happen is that you guys are going to be like, okay, well, we're going to just take away the check-in button. And then everybody that's hijacking the check-in button will go, hey, what happened?
You know, I thought that we were, but I think the last conversation around that I heard is like, no, we're going to keep it there because there are too many people that have hijacked it, but also reputation management remains something that we want to hammer as a primary feature.
Yeah, I think the reputation management is huge. And I know you guys are going to work on that in the future, and you already started to do some stuff with it. And I'm really excited about actually building that as my own SaaS that I'm going to be building, because back in the day, I actually, right before HighLevel, I think this is it. Well, right before HighLevel, I built my a huge reputation management system. Everybody else is just white labeling Grade Us or other places like that and saying they have rep management. I, of course, literally built one from the ground up.
Nice.
Way better. And so I have clients still on it, and I want to port it over to HighLevel because HighLevel brings so much more to the table.
Nice.
All right. So we talked about the customizer.
Yeah, now let's talk about that thing that you showed me where, okay, so we're looking at this screen, and at the top right here, I see this link and an icon that says Sample Contact Global.
Yes. So the idea
this was pretty cool.
Yeah. So the idea behind this, let me pull it up over here. So this is still like, we're this close. People, it has been like in production for about a month, but this is like so close. So the idea behind this is that we're going to be able to say sales script and have that open up a link to your sales script, right? So you'd be sales script, and then you would say customer something like that, right? And then you can also send the contact data to the iframe as well. And the idea is that you can click this button and it will pull up the contact's data. It will pre-fill this page with the contact's data because the contact data will be submitted to this page here. And that will allow you to build out a custom form like in the form builder, or however you want to do it. It'll open it up for everybody that's customizing HighLevel. Like maybe you want to have a map of the property and then have all of the stuff pulled in from Zillow and display all these custom field data that you've been wanting to show. Or say you want to have a book appointment thing where like you can do that from the other area, but you could also have it pop open with a book appointment thing. So what you would do is you would say, let's take this, copy that, and now instead if I put that in here and I say,
Mm-hmm.
and this will actually work here. So we publish this. So and this is a good example of how the customizer works. You just hit publish and then refresh. You don't have to copy paste and manage all these configurations of scripts and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It really is unique, one of a kind in terms of how this thing works. So, all right, so there we are. I changed it so that it's a big green button now.
Okay.
And when you click book appointment, now the idea, the part that I don't have working just yet is it would have pre-filled all the data from the contact right there.
Gotcha.
And
yeah, that's awesome. And I think
so,
for sales scripts, it's really huge, right? Because a lot of times, yeah, you're going through a script, but the end goal is to fill out a form based on what you discussed on the call, right?
yeah, or save notes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. And then the other cool thing is like, this is an example of a custom button that we have where you can say, okay, I want to follow up with this guy on the 27th. You hit snooze and it's now marked the conversation as read, archived it, and updated the snooze custom field so that you can now look at all the people that need to be followed up with and fire off triggers and events and stuff based off of that date. And it's sort of integrated in HighLevel. So one other thing that we're going to be able to do here with custom buttons is we could say send postcard. And now what you can do is you can say, when you click the postcard button, I want to archive the conversation, mark it as read, and add the tag postcard to this contact.
Then
And
that'll
that
trigger
will,
a workflow.
you got it. So now you can send the postcard or send them a reminder message, whatever you want to do. You can trigger whatever automation you want.
Yeah, because the workflow could webhook out to a service that, you know, sends out a swag box or shoots out a postcard or, you know, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, totally. So thank you for reminding me about that because that is huge.
No, the other thing I want you to mention briefly, I know it's not ready yet, but I do think it's important because there are so many people in the community that I've heard in our international community, I've heard asking for it. You mentioned that you're working on a solution for internationalizing the language. And, you know, this is a huge project that we will tackle at some point, but we don't have an ETA for it. And you're, I think, taking an interesting tack, which is you're going to leverage Google Translate, right?
Yeah. So and people have tried to do this with Google Translate before, but it's a lot more difficult than it seems, because Google Translate you can put Google Translate embedded into HighLevel and have it work, but it adds a bunch of stuff. And the most important problem that you run into is protecting stuff from being translated, because you don't want to translate funnels and names and things like that. And Google Translate actually does have a way of blocking that off, but it doesn't work in HighLevel.
Okay. So are you building that in where you'll be able to tell it, okay, don't translate the names of funnels, don't translate the names of forms, stuff like that?
Yes, exactly. You get the idea. So, or like messages, right? You don't want to translate the messages because that's like, you want to see what actually came in from the person. So you'll see we translated the tags and stuff up here, even the snooze button and all these buttons up here, but we're not translating this here. Because
very cool.
you want to see what
Yeah,
they are.
that does seem like a complicated issue that you're trying to solve here. How far along are you?
We're 80% there. I solved the most important part. Now it's how do we get it to people? Like I could put it inside the customizer, but I don't want to make everybody have to buy the customizer in order to get translations. So
Gotcha.
how do I disconnect this so that you've got a lower entry point to buy just the translation?
Cool. All right. Well, now I know where to send people when they're asking if we've, is it available in other languages yet?
Yeah. So it's so close, so close. I think a couple weeks and then we'll be there with that. And then
Super cool. So what else you got, Tom? Was there one more thing you wanted to cover?
I think I got two more things actually.
Okay, cool. What's next?
All right. So the next thing is upload to Drive. Now, I have
This
to do.
is super cool.
Yeah.
This replaces like Video Ask, right?
Yeah, it's going to replace Video Ask and Boast.io, and the pricing for upload to Drive is insanely low right now. It's got to change. I'm just not marketing upload to Drive at all outside of the toolkit. So
Let's start there. What is Upload to Drive?
So upload to Drive is something that you may think you don't need now that HighLevel has upload fields. So it used to be that HighLevel didn't have file upload fields, and that's what started upload to Drive in the first place. But I have plenty of people that are so thankful that upload to Drive exists because it fills a niche and solves a problem that people have that they didn't even know they really had with HighLevel, which is they want a full file system. They don't want to have to be logging into HighLevel all the time to find the files, basically.
Right. And we haven't done a good job of that yet with the libraries. The global library is still coming. Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes the clients don't even want to, they just want to have the files, and everybody knows Google Drive and everything like that. So what we do is we let you actually copy this box right here. I should start here where you connect a profile to a Google Drive folder, basically, if it'll ever load. This is the Google Drive folder picker thingy. But it seems like my internet's frozen or something. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. I couldn't tell if what had frozen.
I'm not frozen, just that box is.
Yeah, okay, good. So the idea is that it connects to a Google Drive folder, and then you can copy this link here, put that into a HighLevel form field, and then that lets you
Oh, look at that. Straight to the editor.
This will take you straight to the form field, to the form where you would drop that, and you place it underneath a HighLevel field, and it connects that form field directly to the Google Drive like this. So this is the camera embed one. So you just place that here, and this is the custom field that's going to receive the link to the video file that the guy uploaded. So what it ends up doing is it looks like this. And we have spent way more time than I expected we were going to spend on this. Like months on this. And what it does, it works on phones, it works on every browser you can imagine. We tested it. It works flawlessly now. Pops up to the top of the screen so that it's up where the web camera normally is. Lets you review the thing. It uploads it, and then it gets attached to the contact inside of HighLevel.
So you record your testimonial.
Yeah.
It takes the video and stores it in your Google Drive.
Yep.
Then it takes the link to that video and spits it back into the custom field of that contact.
You got it.
So now I go to the contact and I'm like, boom, click. There's the video that I need that I'm going to put into our testimonial mashup or whatever.
You got it. And it's also emailed to you, and you can fire off any webhooks you want to alert you when it's gone in there, and it just pops up in your Google Drive, already transcoded. The hardest part was transcoding. I don't know if you've ever done anything with video, but I thought it was going to be super simple, just, add it on and upload that file. But the file version that gets recorded by your webcam is not an MP4. And
I hate that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So
I've had to use Handbrake. I feel like I shouldn't even know what Handbrake is, but I've used it I've had to use it so many times that it's like, oh man. So that's super cool. And this is like, straight up value, right? Like if you go look, what is the cost of Boast? It's like $40 a month, right?
Yeah. And upload to Drive right now is, I think, 15 or 30 bucks a month. And you could build a video ask or Boast.io thing to replace it and sell it. That's going to be one of my snapshots that I'm going to put out here soon, is a Boast.io or a video ask snapshot that's going to let you basically recreate sort of this testimonial thing that I've created here.
So this video ask type of thing that you just built, this is part of the bundle?
Yeah, exactly. That's part of the full.
Just one more layer of value that you can go and say, yep, like we do this, and we do this thing that Boast does, and Boast charges $40 for it, and it's included in our bundle. And so I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just immediate return on investment right there.
So true. And it's all about customizing it to your customers' needs specifically. Mm-hmm. So it feels like their CRM, their software, that they can't go out. And if they wanted to try and go to HighLevel themselves and they're like, oh, I know how to do this, and they're just going to fail miserably.
Yeah, of course. Hey, wait, where did that cool video testimonial generator thing go that I used to have?
Exactly. All right. So I think we covered all of that. We got some cool stuff coming out from membership soon, but I'll save that for another thing. And then all right. The thing is, so inside the toolkit, there's all sorts of stuff inside the toolkit, but and what's happened is, because there's so many cool things inside the toolkit, the prices just continue to go up and up and up, because lifetime deal for all of this stuff, it's massive value. And I've just had to raise the price in order to keep it fair, really. And, but it's priced people out, and people that just want the solution library or just want the customizer. I created a lifetime deal just this last month to give you guys access to the solution library or the customizer as a separate thing. And what's cool about the solution library is we've got a lot of great stuff on membership themes. We've got 3 or 4 different survey styles, which are really awesome. And like all sorts of stuff for customizing the dashboard. And I could go on and on about all the stuff that's in here. We have some great videos on the Toolkit sales page that really go in depth about what all is included in this. But the important point is that I am really dedicated to support. And if anybody gets the solution library and they need help with implementing CSS or JS or whatever it is, they've got me available to debug it and just make sure that it's working. Because the thing is that if there's instructions in the toolkit that don't make sense, then that's a red flag. I have to fix that. So I do want to know, like, is there a problem with the code? Like, let me fix that. And that's why the toolkit has grown the way it has. And all of the stuff in here has been powered by people asking me for stuff. So yeah, so don't think that you're abandoned for support or anything like that. So the solution library is an amazing deal to get into the toolkit, to get some support, and also get access to all this awesome custom code here. So,
oops, I was on mute. So where do people head if they're watching this and they're like, okay, this is amazing. How do I get in? how do I get started with this?
Yeah. So typically my sales pages for the toolkit itself are the last thing that I work on. I don't want to be like it's the shoemaker's kids or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I'm constantly trying to figure out a better way to communicate what is included in the toolkit and sell it in a better way that just really presents it in the right manner. But if you just go to the homepage at the Marketer's Toolkit, join our group. That's where I put all my announcements. I'm planning on doing some email announcements more frequently as new features come out. But right now, all of the announcements get dropped in the Facebook group. And then we've got the two sales pages where you can see what all is included with the different lifetime deals and monthlies. And there's a low monthly too, where you can get access to a lot of this stuff where it's just a monthly recurring payment for anybody not fully ready to commit to a lifetime deal there.
Awesome. So it's the marketerstoolkit.com, right?
Yep, you got it.
All right. Well, as always, Tom, thanks for coming on to show us the new awesomeness that you've been cooking up over there, and definitely let me know when those the new things that you're working on are ready to roll, and we'll loop back and showcase those as well.
Yeah, thanks so much. And 90% of what we talked about is live, so there's plenty of value waiting for you if you take a look at it. And also, as always, you could say the price is going to go up when they do go live. So get in now.
There we go. So head on over now. Well, thanks everybody for watching, and we will
Awesome.
see you in the next one.